Hello once again, my people. It is I, Vid, and welcome back to Danganronpa. So last episode, we basically almost got executed, but then Alter Ego saved us, and then we spent basically the whole entire episode inside of a trash heap. Kyoko came to save us. Oh god dang it, I swore I need to stop. And now we're just going back up to the surface, going to interrogate the mastermind. That's gonna be a fun time. Let's get this started. Okay, where did I leave off? Oh, right here. I took a little bit of a food break. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Ooh. Kyoko, darling! You might wanna cover up some of that ass! Out here, double cheeked up on a Tuesday night, on a Tuesday morning. How does that go? I don't remember. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Hey. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something that I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, maybe many people haven't heard of us. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right. Because
we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made it a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's a source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, I was looking up info on the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you went so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? I mean, there's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. She sounds like me.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. As young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone on with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she was looking when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He has his own life to live. That's why anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life, and I need to step out of this shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family. Just to cut him off like that, it's easier. It's honestly pretty easy. Ask my sister and I. We totally cut off our dad. Like, our brother still talks to him from time to time. But, like, my sister and I, ex-nade.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. If I'm thinking of this right, it's probably going to take us to the trash chute. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of the store, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch in the ground near the trash room? Look at me go, I remember. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Bam! Trash chute! Looks like we're back. Oh, it looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. I guess I have to talk to Kyoko more? So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stress out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is gonna happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No, super easy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, well, I guess we'll leave the area. I guess we'll go to the gym real quick. I guess that's just what's gonna happen. I guess that's just what's gonna happen. Yada 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 yada, yeah! And I can't, and it's deadly life, so I still can't do anything. Like, what I got is what I got. Alright, Mr. Jim. Oh, and it's nighttime. Monokuma, you little fucking prick. Let me find you. Come out wherever you are and let me beat that face.
Well now.
Hey! Hi, Monokuma. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he's doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed! It's unfortunate, but that is the rule! So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance! Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as a Blackened and then be executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my life, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to the unexpected developments,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Oh, fucking get it, Kyoko, Gary! But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come out of our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would certainly be a violation of your rules, which I know that you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? Fuck it! Get it! Kyoko Kirigiri! And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, fear another execution, and he would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me on the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what he said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. Now, no, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you will be accepting your own defeat. And if you want to earn our despair fair and square,
have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. Kyoko Kirigiri, my fucking bitch, I love you! So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one
It's-
last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Catch these hands, Monokuma!
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. What you gotta say, Monokuma? What you gotta say, you little bitch? Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggest might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause your unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely
Let's have
contain
one
myself.
finally grisly showdown! He agreed? Then we have a shot at this!
Bear it.
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys?
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries. That's right! Every last mystery that's pawing around at this school. If you can do that,
Barely
then that'll be enough to
myself.
qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all! If you can claw your way at the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win! But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement! When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm. That is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I've told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And one person is taking a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began. Are those 16 students? What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Malfunction. Monokuma.exe has stopped working. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Okay. Where are we going next, Kyoko Kirigiri? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Thank you, Kyoko Kirigiri, my bitch! Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand a chance against anything they don't gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airways to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen,
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over airways seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, this kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show, oh, I need to take a nap or something because, like, my body is just saying, nope, not today. They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would seem.
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. All their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peaks, right? A certain concept, ultimates. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous!
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be I cannot read today. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, there wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us and that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Fuck, Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
Jeez, so instead they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have the right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to the failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violate their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch. Wait, but all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Oh, she let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah. You're probably right. Ugh, how pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
On everything we've gone through, we will have been, or everything we've been through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no exception. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in their dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, let's go. I need to leave the area, and I need to go find everyone one by one. Oh, I can't believe we're all about to die. Unless we're confident enough about this shit. Despair Hotel. I just noticed that just said Despair Hotel. Okay, let's see here. Kyoko's with me right now. Kiyotaka's dead. Mondo's dead. That's my room. Sayaka's dead, our crazy girlfriend. Byakuya! Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's in here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, so then Junko... Toko Fukawa! This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, Chihiro, Celestia, fucking Taiko. Oh, Asahina. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Fuck, where would they be? Leon... Yasuhiro? It's Hiro's room.
hey,
Nope, nothing. Alright, so the only other place that I can possibly think of right now... Is that Amazon? Oh my god, that's still in my cart. I haven't even thought about buying it yet. There's a game that I want to play for the channel, but I'm not sure if I, like, super want to or not. Let's try it here. And suddenly we were greeted with... Fucking Monokuma, hey! Hello? Monokuma! You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotionally instability reached his limit. I can tell, like, fucking honestly, Monokuma.exe has stopped working. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a big sigh of relief. Hey, there's the squad!
Makoto?
It is me, bitch! What's good? What's tea?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
I did indeed survive, motherfucker.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I know, and that's what makes me great, Byakuya. What about it? Fight me.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Yeah, stop it, hero. I'm not a ghost. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Well, what you all gotta say? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Do I have to talk to Kyoko?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge and extend a happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what's happening with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last case trial. Last case trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I kept telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't a killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy, I just, you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules say that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to change the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the very end of the last trial, when you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! Keep saying in the dark, hero. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, you said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? I mean, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all these mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Which hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why? Because one of you guys could be the mastermind.
So, in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, and as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could possibly murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students that have been taking part in this killing game. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the... Wait, there were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have had to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they disrupted the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Is that the start of nighttime? What's up?
This is a school announcement.
Oh, okay.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Oh, fuck. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone for the time being anyways.
In the name of my
At this
family.
point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream, or coffee! You're totally useless! So bye! With that, Toko trudged off the dining hall. And now she's gone. Are you gonna go up by yourself, right, Kyoko? That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a sec.
Fucking rude, dude! Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see, I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really going to go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's a really nice thing of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here in the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later! Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed off to the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed. And I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop the episode there. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Veed. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this, and I hope that you had a wonderful time watching me get real deep into, you know, restarting the trial and getting the information that I actually wanted. Make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe buttons down below. You know, help a fellow YouTuber out. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss up on any of my uploads. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.